Probably thought I was in that coffin, didn't you? I haven't actually checked if I can fit yet, but xshot sent me a coffin for my dying channel. Dear xshot, you gonna send this stuff to me? You can let me know. It helps me prepare. Today is Halloween, so like, also a couple weeks in advance would help me post it before Halloween. I don't know why I'm sweating. I feel like I just did crawl out of that coffin. But there's some pretty cool stuff in here, and I at least want to show you guys what xshot sent me this time, because they never disappoint with their boxes. As you can obviously already tell, this is for the xshot Insanity Horrorfire line. It has been out for a little bit of time now, again leading up to the month of October, Halloween. As always, the xshot branding is on point. I know some people are like, where can I buy this? And I'm sorry that my answer is you probably can't. Now, I am not joking when I tell you that upon opening this box, I was shook. I was scared to my core. At least I was a little bit frightened, because, mission accomplished, they actually have some teeth right here. Now, when I first saw those and heard that sound, yeah, see, even Luca's like, what the heck is going on? I jumped back a little bit, because I thought that they had some contraption that would like make the teeth like open outwards, or something would like reach out like a hand. But the sound of just, it's okay, it's okay. Just the sound of teeth scraping against other teeth probably was not intentional, but it ended up working really well in their favor, so good job. And inside of our coffin, yes, we've got all of the new Horrorfire blasters, 3 of them, but 1 duplicate, so I will show you those on the bottom. Obviously, you can see here, we've got Unleash the Horror, and yes, my horror was unleashed upon opening this, so again, mission accomplished. On the very top, we've got the Dreadhammer. This is, of course, a reshell, at least it looks like a reshell of the Crusher. I have gotten a Crusher in the past. The Crusher challenge was a lot of fun to do. There's some Crusher, or I should say now Dreadhammer, belts on the side here. As you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3... there's enough links here. Smart of them to actually leave them in chunks so they could fit them better into this coffin. And obviously you've got quite a few sets of darts. As mentioned, same functionality as before. Prime back. that is, when you pull the trigger, he go nom 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 nom. As far as Crusher reskins go, it's a pretty cool looking shell, I'm not gonna lie. It does feel a little bit hollow, but that's what xshot is kind of known for at this point. I'm sure it's going to work just fine, but of course we'll have to test that out at a later date. The shell's kind of not really staying together up here. Maybe I just need to tighten one of those screws, but no, it looks good, and I appreciate the added aesthetic of these fake little bone pieces. I think those do really add to the flair here. For 25 bucks, it's a familiar price and a familiar product, so can't say it's a bad thing. Oh, and there's the secret rails under there. Very cool. Now if I remove this top level, we're going to reveal the bottom ones. We've got the Doomsday. 8-round, cylinder-fed, pump action. Every time you pump, that's pretty great. Every time you pull it back is when it rotates this little saw. You can freely rotate it as you see fit. Nice and foamy. This is a good time for it to not be super high quality rigid plastic. So it'd be unfortunate if that does break. It'd be nice if maybe they had replacements just in case you did want to replace that guy. But I mean, very soft. Stock is short. And Slamfire. Looks like this one's 15 bucks. So again, very reasonably priced for xshot. And what may end up being my favorite of the pack, kind of a surprise for me, I didn't realize these do come in a 2-pack for 15 bucks. These are the Reaper X's. I'm not sure if they decided recently to stop putting any names on their blasters, or they've been not doing that for years, but the Reaper X's are pretty straightforward once you're looking at them. They're single shot, pull back, prime, fire. Now, as you can see, you can do that action, load a single dart right up here. These other ones are just for storage. That one's just for storage too. What is it doing up there? That is tried and true. We know that xshot knows how to make a single shot blaster. This rev trigger on the bottom though, being the pull for that foam wheel, it doesn't feel that bad at all. Again, it's the same foam, not cross-cut wheel. There is something incredibly fun and fidget-worthy about this. So even if you do run out of ammo, you can gently approach your targets and give them a nice little kissy. I'm not sure the legality of trying to do this in a game. At least the saw is pretty far out from the actual blaster, but of course you should avoid trying to hit anyone with any of your blasters. I do like the design of this pullback, but I hope it's strong enough to last in time. It does seem a little bit flexy, because if you use it as intended, you should be all right. I hope that that's not a point of failure. And like the others, plenty of tack rails on the top, on the sides, which means I can put one rail like so, and then immediately connect it to its twin. And that makes me pretty happy right there. Last thing to check, we just at least need to confirm if this is possible. I feel like a cat trying to get comfy in a box. Maybe I need to go the other way. No. Guys, bad news. I don't think it's gonna work this time. Very sad. I mean, they probably don't want me to, just for, you know, obvious reasons, but it doesn't mean it's gonna stop me from trying. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Alright, to close it up from this very perfect position, I'll read their little blurb. Step into a world of true horror with the xshot Insanity Horrorfire. We've brought the most terrifying visions from our imagination to life, and we're thrilled to introduce you to the most insane blaster combos, ammo, and action with xshot Insanity Horrorfire. It is time to enter a world of horror with our 3 epic new blasters, the Reaper X, Doomsday, and Dreadhammer. Reaper X has enough power to blast targets up to 90 feet away, and the second trigger activates the epic saw blade for even more action. Our Doomsday blaster features an 8-dart capacity revolving drum and a saw blade that spins every time you pump to reload. The Dreadhammer is the biggest, baddest blaster in the Horrorfire range. This blaster features a 35-dart clip for precise shots with a 90-foot range, so you'll be ready to take on anything a blaster battle has to throw at you. The insanity doesn't end there. You can combine all the Horrorfire blasters into one. You'll have the most horrifying blaster in your hands. But you can go even bigger and also combine it with our classic Insanity range you spelled that wrong, endless monstrous blaster combinations. And that is true. That is a cool part of it being compatible with the xshot Insanity previous blasters. I'm sure someone who has that entire collection at this point is going to have a pretty good time. I've handed out quite a few of my previous xshot blasters to people. This one might see the same fate in a positive way. I want to spread the love that xshot keeps giving me for some odd reason, as long as they use this box responsibly. Thank you, xshot, as always, for your boxes, and thank you so much to whoever is actually putting these together, you the real MVPs. The blasters I look forward to using in some sort of game in the near future. Hopefully not next Halloween. Maybe we'll try and do something before that time. But until then, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, or I will sleep for another 365 days. Oh, wait, I gotta cross my arms. Nope, I can't do that. Alright, bye.